How's it going, everyone? Ben here with iTech Triad, and today we're going to be looking at a pretty unique product from Lenovo. Now, this is the Horizon 2E all-in-one tabletop PC. Now, this computer is a little bit more different from other options out on the market. Comes in about $749, depending on where you buy it, and let's see if it's worth it. So let's go ahead and get right into this review. Okay, so first let's take a quick look at the specs. Now we have a 21.5-inch 1920 by 1080 touchscreen display, an Intel Core i3 processor, 1TB hard drive, 4 gigs of RAM, an Intel HD 4400 graphics, and Windows 8.1 out of the box. Now let's talk about what makes the Horizon 2E different from what else is out there. It's a big computer, and that's really what it's meant to be. In fact, this is the smaller version of the Horizon series. Another 27-inch model is also available. Now, we'll talk about why that is a big part of this computer in a minute, but first let's talk about what it actually is right when you first look at it. This isn't a tablet, it's a computer, but it feels like both. The machine has an adjustable hinge on the back which moves from holding the screen up at nearly 90 degrees and then goes all the way back down to allow the computer to lie flat on the table. That's why it's called a tabletop PC. You can use it great as a regular desktop computer, a gigantic tablet if you want to be that kind of person, or it's just a good place to play games with the family around the table. Now overall, the hardware is pretty nice. It's very sturdy, well put together, and I wouldn't worry about anything going bad on it, at least in my opinion. Now, is it the best out there? Probably not, but it's pretty good, especially when you consider the price, which again is only $749, which isn't pretty bad for what you're getting, especially considering that screen size. Now, downsides to the hardware: one, it is really heavy. This is a 10-pound machine, which is a lot for a computer and even for a tablet. This is a lot of weight for that. And the other thing is the touchscreen. It is a matte coating, which is good for when it's lying down flat on the table, but it's kind of bad because it gets dirty very easily and it's not as easy to clean. So next, let's go ahead and talk about the software. So I'll admit it right now, I have never been a fan of Windows 8.1, but on this computer I actually didn't mind it all that much because I think this is really the type of configuration that Windows 8.1 is really optimized for. You have a touchscreen, a large one at that, and also a keyboard and mouse included. So this is really the ideal way to use Windows 8.1, at least in my opinion. Now, as for software, it's just Windows 8.1. It's like it should be. There's nothing really changed about it, even though Lenovo throws some of their custom software in to give you a bit extra functionality. I didn't find myself using it all that much, but I really am not that much of a heavy Windows user. So most of my stuff is on the web, so I typically don't use anything locally all that much. Now, it just made a lot of sense to use this as a computer, but that's not the point for me. It's Aura. Aura is a special user interface built onto the Lenovo 2E and other versions of the Horizon series. Now, Aura is a touch-driven interface, and to be honest, it's just amazing. The circular menus and expanding options just felt awesome. It felt like I was sitting in a Marvel movie. And the interface gives you a lot of options for watching videos, looking at photos, and it's really good for spending some time with the family and playing some games. You do have games like air hockey, chess, Draw Race 2, and many more. Looking at photos is great on this. It even integrates with your Android phone to send the photos directly to the Aura interface, which actually was a lot more useful than I thought it would be. Now, do I think this is any good for someone who's kind of on their own? Absolutely not. Auras would be kind of boring for that. But if you do have a family, you get together with friends a lot at your house, this is actually something you guys could have some pretty fun with. So it's definitely good for groups of people, but I wouldn't recommend it for people who are basically on their own. So for a minute, let's talk about performance. Now, as I mentioned before, the Horizon 2E is running some pretty decent specs. It's nothing amazing, it's nothing that's going to blow you away, but in real life use, it performs okay. You won't be blown away at the speed, and you'll almost certainly get lag. I got a lot of lag, but that's okay because it's not a gaming machine. It's not something you're going to put to extremely heavy use. It's just a computer for everyday use. Now, the main performance hiccups I saw came when I first booted up, which I expect on just about any computer, and really that was it, except for when I launched the Aura interface, which kind of just took a while. It wasn't really lag, it takes time. And some third-party programs like Google Chrome had some issues on this machine. I didn't really use that many native Windows programs because I'm really not that heavy a Windows user. My little brother, though, did take this computer for just a little bit to play some Minecraft on it, and he told me it runs pretty good. On lower settings, he was able to get about 45 frames per second, but it did have a couple weird issues that I really can't explain. So next, let's talk about the keyboard and the mouse. Included in the box with the Horizon 2E is a wireless keyboard and a wireless mouse. Both are well designed, they match the computer pretty well, and they are connected out of the box. You don't have to plug in an adapter. On the downside though, you can only use them with the Horizon 2E. You won't be able to use them on another computer. The keyboard it's decent. It's nothing, again, that's going to blow you away. It's typing on it's pretty good, although I did find the layout just a bit annoying as it was a little bit condensed, and the added keys like the FN key and the control buttons up at the top just kind of messed up my typing. I'm sure you could get used to it after time, but for me it just wasn't my favorite keyboard. The mouse, on the other hand, is also pretty good. It definitely gets the job done. The buttons are very tactile, and the center button has some very nice swiping and gestures to get things done moving around the interface, which made a lot of sense, especially with Windows 8. So both are pretty good. I can't say they're my favorite, but they're definitely going to get the job done. So when it comes down to it, the Horizon 2E is a pretty decent option if you're looking for a family computer. It's priced at $749 at Best Buy and on Lenovo's website, and you can pick it up on Amazon. At the moment, at the time of publishing this video, no promises this is going to stay around. It's priced at about $700. Now, whether or not that's worth it, that's up to you. Personally, it's not for me. I wouldn't personally buy it just because I'm not a huge Windows user. If you have a family, have a family over a lot, or just need something that has a huge screen for basic tasks, this is a great option. If you're a heavier user, might not be for you. But anyway, that's going to go ahead and do it for this review. If you guys want to know a little bit more, go ahead and check out the written review, which is linked down in the description. I've also linked where you can buy this product online. Thanks as always for watching this video. Make sure to give it a like, subscribe if you haven't already, as we'll have a ton more reviews coming in the near future. Thank you for watching this video, and we'll catch you in the next one.